What's up? Thank you, ladies. I'm here with my research associates. We've been conducting research here at Texas State, uh, interviewing and collecting qualitative data on health professionals upcoming in the field. And we came through and compared our data and found three unique commonalities that each professor in this case had a theme with. One particular thing that they hit on was communication, and that it's extremely vital to be able to effectively communicate, whether it be with your students, if you're a personal trainer, your clients, just through doctors, medical, insurances, everything you do in health education and promotion requires communication. So get used to it.
Also, to add with that, as far as networking with students, as students, you want to be able to network with your professors and with others in the field of health education. So that way, once you graduate or are ready to start entering that particular career field, you'll have different networking options, and jobs will be more readily available for you.
That's a good point, Ronnie. It never helps to know somebody in an interview.
Exactly.
Another quality point that our interviewees seem to always bring up was the fact that keeping up with your research is extremely vital, because without your word, who are you? And if your word isn't validated through quantitative and qualitative research that can be expressed, then really your word is nothing in the health profession field. And lastly, I'd like to touch a little bit on our favorite topic, credentialing. Everybody in the health field seems to believe it's important to have 1, 2, 3, 4, as many credentials as you can get, whether it's ACSM, NCHEC with the health education, NSA. There's just to name a few. And we also, in addition to there being similar responses, there are quite a few unique responses. In fact, we're going to share a couple with you today. Jordan?
All right, I interviewed Dr. McCurdy, who's a biomechanics professor here at Texas State University, and he stated that several specialties within the health education field are branching in areas of sports performance and injury prevention, with specific certifications that tie into those fields. He really stressed the importance of certifications, really, because going forward in your career, those certifications will really help you and put you at the top of the list of any jobs that you're applying for or any career path that you are pursuing. How about you, Ronnie?
I interviewed Dr. Fernie, and one of the things that he really stressed that he wants his students to get out of his teachings are he wants students to be able to learn self-reliance and self-sufficiency, meaning that he wants students to be able to take care of themselves after college and to be able to just be able to take care of themselves mentally, physically, and as far as their overall health. Another thing that he also mentioned was joining Eta Sigma Gamma, which is a fraternity within health education that really just helps to broaden students' networking and their overall skills within health education. All right, well, that's all I have to say. How about you, Evan?
So I interviewed Dr. Williams here at Texas State University, and one unique question that he answered was that he believes that students should focus on primary prevention of disease and conditions and to not let people fall into secondary, tertiary conditions. So like keeping up with your doctor's visits and getting annual physicals. Another unique response is that he believes that traditional healthcare settings will rely more on health education professionals with their patients. So like they'll start referring their patients to these health.
Thanks, Edwin. Those are some interesting responses. I had a yoga professional as my interviewee, and it was interesting to hear her describe her normal day because it consisted of about 5 or 6 yoga training sessions in one day, which is pretty unheard of and probably draining on her. So it takes a special person to do that. Also, another thing that I thought that she said was very interesting and stuck with me was the fact that she treats every person as a potential client, which I think she meant that she carries herself in a manner outside the weight room and yoga studio as well as inside. And to end our survey, we all filled out a 3-questionnaire survey about our personal thoughts and reflections on our interview process. Esmond, why don't you start out with question 1?
Question 1 is how was this experience helpful in gaining insight into the health promotion field? And we all answered it the same as saying that we all thought it was helpful and rewarding, a helpful and rewarding experience. And the difference is that we all realize that being a professor in the 4-year university isn't as easy as some people may think it is. Question 2.
Okay, so as far as question number 2 goes, what daily operations responsibilities were you surprised about? One thing that we all found that was similar was that we were all very surprised at the competitiveness in the health education field as a professor. The amount of research that a professor must conduct on a daily basis is very extensive, and is important for them to continue this research in order for them to continue to keep their jobs. Another thing that we found that wasn't as surprising, it was different for some of us, was that professors are ranked in order of assistant professor, associate professor, and full professor. And this is something that a lot of us were unaware about. All right, Jordan.
Question number 3 states, what strategies can you begin now to help you reach your professional goals? We all agree that getting involved with volunteering and certain internships, and also joining certain career-related fraternities or sororities will help you benefit you in your future. And one difference we came up with was one of our interviewees stated that she was more focused on the business side of the field rather than the performance and the exercise side of the field. Brendan?
Yeah, right. Thanks a lot, guys. And we'd like to give a special word to our sponsors, Snickers and Skype, for conducting this interview. Back to you at the studio. Have a good one.